The war between the Federal Security Service and the Russian Ministry of Defense is entering an active phase. Andriy Chernyak, a representative of the main intelligence directorate of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, told RBC Ukraine.
According to our estimates, this is already an open war between the so-called towers of the Kremlin, as a result of which there will be physical destruction of representatives of the competing parties. Andriy Chernyak, spokesman of the main intelligence directorate of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, in an interview with RBC Ukraine.
The Russian elites have become convinced that Putin can no longer control the situation. The Prigozhin rebellion was evidence that Putin, with his decisions to launch a full-scale war against Ukraine, dealt a crushing blow to his country and the regime. Head of the CIA, William Burns, is sure.
Putin's war has already been a strategic failure for Russia. Its military weaknesses laid bare, its economy badly damaged for years to come, its future as a junior partner and economic colony of China being shaped by Putin's mistakes, its revanchist ambitions blunted by a NATO which has only grown bigger and stronger.
Now the whole world has seen cracks in Russia's autocratic structures, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz said in an interview with the public broadcaster ARD. Putin no longer sits as firmly in his chair as before.
Of course, what happened in Russia will also play a role. This shows once again that it is simply irresponsible to leave military power in one's hands. The fact that this has happened is ominous. And what the Wagner mercenaries did during the war in Ukraine, what are they doing in Africa and many other places in the world is irresponsible, unforgivable. And there are many crimes, but it also threatens the stability of a country like Russia.
The rivalry for influence on Putin between the Federal Security Service and the Federation Ministry of Defense has been going on for decades. The Russian president himself fueled the smoldering conflict. Now his task is to restore the loyalty of the security forces.
Someone will receive a promotion, someone will receive additional powers, someone will receive some additional rent flows. Vladimir Putin has chosen a strategy of loyalty, not punishment. The only one he punishes and is not ready to forgive is Yevgeny Prigozhin. Most likely, nothing good awaits the structure of Yevgeny Prigozhin in terms of Wagner PMC in Russia, and most likely they will try to eliminate Yevgeny Prigozhin. This is the main person that Vladimir Putin will try to take revenge on. Mikhail Komin, Russian political scientist, in an interview with Radio Liberty.
Experts do not predict large-scale sweeps in the Russian power structures, and no significant personal changes are foreseen. And even more, Shoigu, Prigozhin's main opponent, turned out to be in a winning situation. Removing him now is suicidal for Putin.
Есть такая парадигма мышления в Российской Федерации, в Кремле.
There is such a paradigm of thinking in the Kremlin. They are removed from office for only disloyalty. If you are unsuitable but loyal, you will remain in your position. Everything will be fine for you. Shoigu is an exceptionally loyal character, just loyal to the board. Look at this situation through the eyes of Putin. Okay, he is now removing Shoigu, who is as old as he is, under 70. Who has no political ambitions, who is his own. Yes, he is dumb, not as Putin would like him to be, probably. But he doesn't reach the stars, he doesn't jump over the boss.
The squabbling between the Federal Security Service and the Russian Ministry of Defense is getting worse over money, Stupak said. Now the army, that is Shoigu and Gerasimov, receive huge funds from the budget and through the system of state orders. The Federal Security Service is not against taking these resources into its own hands.
Я думаю, что она будет продолжаться, противостояние.
I think that the confrontation will continue. I will not say that there will be some kind of elimination. Federal Security Service officers eliminated military intelligence officers. This is unlikely to be, because this is already going on the war path.
In the meantime, Putin is trying to convince himself and the Russians that society and the elites support him. After Prigozhin's rebellion, he called a meeting of the security forces, which was attended by Defense Minister Shoigu, and then Putin met with the military and thanked them for not allowing a civil war. How they prevented it is not clear. After all, the Wagner mercenaries did not meet any resistance on the way and stopped only on the orders of Prigozhin. Reported by Diana Kulesnik, Natalia Bilokudrya, Evgeny Karmazin, UATV News.